Good evening, racing fans, MMR fans, Blitz fans. How are you doing today? I hope everybody can hear me. I am Skygoro. I will be restreaming lower bracket round 4, the other section versus bucky34, a match following up last night's absolute monstrosity. Hope everybody's doing well. I am Skygoro, and in the booth today we will have Captain MD and GDW. GDW, go ahead and introduce yourself. How are you doing today?
I'm doing quite fine, thank you. Speaking at ZeldaSpeedRuns fans.
Yeah, so yeah, we're getting right into the thick of it almost immediately. It looks like the other section is going to name their file Wispy after the real Wispy, very lovely person. And Bucky is just going to go for it. They've had a tough time against Section before, but I still think they've got plenty of talent to make this a really good match. And we're underway. And it was told that there's a heart piece on the statue.
Immediately see each of our runners going to get that eventually. Nice ISG for chest, and we have a bottle.
It is a bottle. That's pretty crazy.
Don't Caroline Cafe.
We have got...
Oh yeah,
Hold on, I need to... Chat, remind me of those hints, because I wasn't on the node accidentally, and I gotta go over to the hint dashboard. West Clocktown Wath.
Ooh.
Bombers has...
Ooh, great big ghost one. Interesting.
Alright, it looks like we are rejoined by Captain MD. Captain, hope everything's better, and you take it away, buddy. Unless you needed a couple more seconds. I can give you that, no big deal.
Our Slackdown Fairy is just $20. And we find our first
Hello.
fairy.
Sorry about that, folks.
It's all good. Let's catch you up. We just got a Ocean Stray Fairy. That's pretty much what we have so far. And also another battle. The second battle already.
Here we go. Bottle. Was that the item on the straw roof?
Yeah, there's an item on the straw roof, and then just got the battle from the Tingle.
Okay. Lots of out of logic bottles to start with. Good start.
Very good start. Immediately passing money into the bank. Working our way up to that bank one. And
Yeah.
seeing an early play.
Ooh, yeah. Early hints is definitely a good one until, of course, you discover that Ranch is foolish, and then you end up missing out on a quarter of your hints because they're all just chilling over there. I mean, Grog not... Lens of truth not required. That's pretty big.
Yeah. Nice skip. Oh, yes.
All right, and this hint reads to us that Town Archery is dead.
You still need to play Town Archery. That's wonderful.
Yeah. All right, so Bucky's going to get that nice and early for us here. Get some early money, too.
Very nice early money.
Yeah,
Oh,
money
no.
playing. Go on.
Nah, just coming in at a dongle kill looks a little scary there.
Oh, yeah, well, these two, Bucky and Section, are like masters of their craft. You know, there's no need to worry too much. Yeah, we've got it's a pretty high profile match tonight. All right, West Clocktown Walth also really suggests Rush Bank 1 as well, which is probably why Bucky doesn't mind getting this money now. Nice purple ruby standing on top of the chest, though.
His backflip. And, or could this be it? Oh, third bottle.
That's the logical bottle.
Oh, nice.
Oh, does that mean bottle locks the bow or hookshot or something? It's probably
no.
hookshot.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you just rush. You do a south opener at this point. Especially since that was the red potion bottle. It's like, I mean,
Yeah,
that's literally the game just screaming at you. Hey, go rescue the witch.
Yeah. Go set in the swamp immediately. Goron mask.
That's nice too.
Alright, that's nice. Always. Oh.
Also, I'm blanking. Was it West Clocktown or East Clocktown was the Wath?
West Clocktown's Wath.
It was West. Oh, okay. So it's not even a Wath East Clocktown. Okay. And we got another gilded chest, by the way, on the Road to Icona pillars. So, yeah, hookshot's actually kind of turning into a big deal here.
Definitely.
Oh, that's not a place you want to see Forg.
No.
There's...
Oh? Gilded chest.
This is... Ooh, Logical Bunny Hood is good because that's potentially helpful for a West Clocktown or for a Wath postman.
Awesome. A kudu. We have breath. This is a piece of heart.
Yeah, so Section also soared to Night 2 to handle Guru to get the 60 rupees in the laundry pool. Very smart, plotting around the bank.
Very good.
We do have sparkles in the inn. Madame Aroma may have a fairy. Not Madame Aroma, Grandma may have a fairy. Res Mix-Up was a red rupee, by the way. And room key is already established as not required, so... If there's anything, it's going to be on Grandma.
Yeah. Best bench.
Section gracing us with random sound effects.
Jelly Hand is... I believe it's dead this tournament.
Yes, Toilet Hand is force junk in these settings. Anything that requires a specific time of day that cannot be handled with immediately Song of Double Timing is basically junked. Because otherwise, you know, if timing doesn't work out, then you're sitting there for 5 minutes doing nothing. So, not exactly blitzy, is it?
No. Oh. Alright, we have a section. You want to check out Great Big Coast, see what our Wath is.
Yeah, this is a good play, because there's two things you can check right out of the gate here. You can check the grotto, and with the bottle in tow, you can check Labfish, which we're probably going to use the milk bottle to do that.
Yeah.
Alright, what is in the... Alright, Bomber's Hideout didn't... Maybe Small Gilded? Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, rip swap.
I guess we're not using the red potion for Kome. Axel literally just said in chat 30 seconds before that, what if section says no and drinks the red potion anyway?
Wow, mind reader.
Oh, that's right.
Let's go.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
so apparently the other section isn't much of a south guy.
Makes sense.
But we are going to get this perfectly in logic postman minigame here.
Oh. Alright, can we count to 10?
Well, it's more like can we count to 19 and stop 19 on the right frame? Depending on who you ask. Alright, is Labfish our answer? Because if it's not this, it's either Clifford healing Macau, which is going to be late to the bandwagon, or Great Bay Tingle has our Icona access, or...
That's definitely not a Wath.
And Section is just saying no to a heart container.
Ooh.
Gutsy.
Come on, Bucky, you got this.
There you go.
Oh, Giant's Mask.
I mean, it's nice, but it's not really what we're looking for.
Yeah, I know.
And even then, folks don't usually use Giant's Mask in this tournament anyways.
It is Wath. Maybe it's Throat Tentacle? I don't know.
Shrine Foolish. Okay.
Interesting.
Alright, so we have no explosives. But we do have Goron Mask, so we can at the very least check this.
Another Gilded.
Big Gilded, too. Something nice, maybe?
Gypto.
Okay, that is good. That does do us some favors later. Which is interesting, because this is Cape, and it's not a Wath location, at least not yet. We're going to see Section Cringe Swim here to Zora Hall. There is another Sphere Zero bottle in the shop, but there's also an Ocean Title Deed. Okay. That Ocean Title Deed better not be the Wath, because that's a late check-in. Could be the store. The trading post hasn't been checked yet. So we've now seen 4 bottles. 2 of them are perfectly in logic and Sphere Zero.
Suspicious if you ask me. I still don't know what the Great Bay Coast is.
I wonder if it's the song. Like, you have all these bottles right out the gate. If we can find an early Zora Mask and a hookshot, I think you just rush the song. Like, you already have... Ooh, Elegy start. Okay. Okay, well, Elegy, unfortunately, is like the least useful right out of the gate song.
Interesting. Alright. Wait for bank 1. Oh! Oh!
Sphere Zero. Okay, Sphere Zero Bow.
That has to be our Wath.
It's very likely our Wath, yeah. Unless it's, there's something in the shop.
Oh, hey, nice exchange. I was kind of dropped half of it on the floor.
Yeah, that gold dust is really easy to get to, because you can, A, get it on Clocktown Tingle super easy now because you have Bow. And B, it's still a while before we can even think about... Actually, no. Smithy 2 is almost in play. But it can't be... If Smithy 2 is in play, then the logic for that has to be fire arrows. because Lens's flight is not required.
Might as well check out. See how much it is. 30 rupees. There you go. Ocean Tato, dude.
Yeah, luckily prices aren't randomized, so... Yeah, I mean, at this point, Section already has 3 bottles. That's really all you need in Blitz 2.
Immediately go check. Turn that in.
That's true. The other section does need 1 extra bottle for the Deku Princess. Famous Deku Princess to the Moon meme. We're going to see Coast Tingle as well.
Storm Mask, that's her Wath.
Yeah. That tells me also, because remind me again, the second coast check is Icona, right? The second coast map is Icona, right? So it must lock Icona access, if that's the Wath. So Icona access, so Hook or Ice, or Magic, has to be behind Zoramask.
Yeah, that makes logical sense here.
Pirate's Fortress Exterior and Sewers are both wide open here.
Oh my gosh, we get early eggs.
Hookshot would be nice for that. But you could do eggs early here. Yeah, because I don't think you need Hookshot for one of the eggs in Interior if you have Sewers access. So, was there literally anything good back there? Oh. I have lost my comm feed.
Oh. This red potion, suddenly gold dust the trading post as we're getting our access to one of our Zora eggs.
Ooh, Section getting the single boomerang double hit there. Very nicely done.
Very nice. Putting our first egg.
Oh yeah, I guess you could just get all 3 eggs here. Yeah, that makes sense. You're here. You know Coast is Wath. You might as well get the song now. Just get it out of the way. Bucky is also choosing to sell the red potion.
Interesting.
Interesting. So yeah, both runners are deciding, I guess, to studiously avoid the south, given the early coast knowledge. Nom 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 nom.
Someone's so hungry. There's our
Right.
what's brought down Wath.
So yeah, luckily it looks like neither runner missing out on Bow here. Although Bucky is going to have to make another trip back to coast for the Zora mask. Oh, I see. The red potion was just enough to carry Bucky into Bank 1, so that's why he sold it. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's completely fair.
Yeah, because at this point, the only other expensive purchase you need to worry about that's outside your current wallet's budget is the Goron trade purchase, the Goron scrub purchase.
Nicely done.
And Larry. Chat's very much right. Larry.
Drink the milk. Glug, 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 glug.
Needed it too, because was almost out of health. I heard 2 heart restore pings. Alright, well, welcome aboard, folks, coming from Starfall Infinity's channel. You are joining us in the opening cycles here of the Majora's Mask Randomizer Blitz Tournament Season 2. We are on lower brackets round 4, with the other section facing off against Bucky. And we have a very interesting start here, folks. We got 2 transformation masks, a bow, and lots of bottles.
Can a canyon is Wath?
That has to be for either Punch Rock or the Pillar, because Lens is not required, so it can't be for Shiro.
I'm big.
Ooh, that is a very nice find.
Yeah, it's for sure. Let's see what's here.
Oh wait, yeah, it's Canyon. Chat's right, it's Canyon that's Wath, not Path. Even then, Shiro is still out of off the table.
Oh, PI Grotto's also gilded?
Chat brings up a great point, too. There was that Oceanside title deed in West Clocktown, and a fifth bottle. That's literally 5 bottles.
Oh, another one? Oh, no.
Okay, Cafe Mass would have been funny. Okay, Dog Race is dead. Are we seriously about to get a Ranch Foolish now?
Probably.
Because we just got both of our dog... Because we got both of our Dog Race hints. Both of our Ranch our Ranch hints. Shrine Foolish, yeah, we knew that already.
I think Rotingles we have. Nothing. Oh? Oh, it's so pixelated for me.
The like. Oh, yeah, I couldn't see what that was either, but it looks like Section's interested.
Alright, go down. Oh, Razor Sword. That's nice.
Sure, we have no offense yet. We're going to get our Road to Swamp hint here, which tells us Swamp Archery is dead. Convenient of you to tell us that hint directly in front of the door.
Yeah, very convenient. Oh, return to Zora eggs. What is our song?
All right, what is that in the tree? A fairy, a yellow fairy.
Ooh. We need fairies.
Interestingly, we've only seen 2 fairies. Despite this fairly interesting stacked opener here. We've only seen a yellow and a blue.
Alright, sun check. What do we have? What sound do we have?
Ooh, another big gilded here in Road to Swamp, and this is fire. Yeah, that checks. So yeah, if Smithy 2 has something, the fire would be the reason why.
Alright, which song are you sending? Sonata? No, it's not Sonata.
Sonata would be nice.
No.
It's Lullaby.
Ooh, Lullaby is fun.
Ooh, we got a Garrow Mask behind Swamp.
Oh my god.
Okay, I mean, that's actually honestly kind of useless. So... Yeah. All right. So I don't think I... Oh, there's a Great Bay Fairy on top of the Tourist Center roof. So I never got a chance to ask you because I was dealing with technical difficulties. What are your hopes and dreams for things to find in this seed?
With me, of course. Usually a hook shot.
Second Canyon Wath already in Woods of Mystery.
Oh my gosh.
So none of the Town Fairy rewards were anything good. Nothing in Day 2 Swamp Grotto either.
Oh, treasure minigame. What is this? Nothing. Go ahead, as a human.
So it seems like we've gotten most of our priority hints here. I'm only missing 1, but we're missing 2 Foolishes and a 4th Wath. And those 2 Foolishes are noticeably late here. And how much do you want to bet one of them is Ranch?
Oh my gosh, that would be so terrifying.
So we'll see if section's south skip play ends up playing out in their favor today. Because so far we haven't seen much. We have seen fire down here, but it's like right in the front door to south, so not really. And you have to come here anyway for a yellow fairy if you're so inclined. So.
Section just getting his money back.
Can't be too mad about that.
Bummer skip.
Was worth a shot.
Oh, I hate.
Oh, hello, light arrows. You're just out in the. You're just straight up free today. Kind of. Your Bucky needs 4 more rupees, but.
Good to know.
Okay, so fire and lights already. Light arrows early, but secret shrine is foolish. Thanks, game. That being said, there's probably a fairy or 2 in Stone Tower Temple if I had to hazard a guess.
Ooh.
Inverted Stone Tower also would be looking pretty right now.
Fair. Oh, nice flip. What do we have in our gilded chest over here? Another fairy.
All right, a second yellow fairy. So we've literally only seen yellow and blue fairies so far. Which means that the 5th one for both of those is going to be in the utterly most trash locations possible, despite having so many early.
That is 100% true. Having diabolical locations, watch.
And to clarify with Chad, yes, it was, when I say light arrows are free, they're basically like Sphere Zero, is what I was trying to get at there. Not necessarily the free price of 20 rupees, which, I mean, let's be real here, with light arrows and plenty of pots around, 20 rupees is that is a bean. Do we seriously have could we have a bean of the hero seed? That would be really nice.
That'd be wonderful. Oh, you know, I have observatory check.
Was Stumpy a big gilded? I missed that part. There's the other Coast Wath hint. Okay, game, kind of running out of good hints here.
Oh, this is a bomb jump. There we go, got it second time.
So section went through graveyard and not graveyard, observatory, and did not set up Larry. Oh, there is a big gilded chest up there. That is in play already. And we're about to find out.
Oh, because you have logical beans, so yeah.
Which is weird, because apparently it doesn't work here. Oh, section's like, no bean, no problem.
Okay.
Hook.
Hook shot. Oh.
Wow, so simultaneous hook shot here. That's a pretty big backbreaker for the seed, because that gives you Icona access. Lower Icona Canyon access. You could turn in the Ocean Title Deed now.
Oh, and look where section is going. Beelining it.
And it's going to get the pillar chest. Now, this is not Wath, or hinted Wath, but it could still be good. Or it could be the Cursed Tome.
Ugh.
Okay, it's more explosives.
You can't run out. You have too many explosives. And Bucky's about to find explosives too.
Yeah, Section and Bucky have kind of just conveniently met up. Bucky doing so in logic, and Section just saying, screw it, I'm going to bomb jump instead.
The chest, and it's just a red potion refill.
Hey, so remember when Section just ate that red potion earlier? Never punished.
Where's Section? You have to.
Apparently still doesn't want it anyway.
The other one about to die.
I could be... Oh, yeah, that's fair. For a minute, I thought it was, maybe Section's trying to send a message here. But no, actually stopping yourself from dying is very smart.
Oh, I had a little bit of trouble here with Epona. There we go. We got Epona going. Oh. Epona, please. Epona, please.
Ooh, that's a rare way of the hero. Woodfall. That's gonna be late. We have no Deku.
Yeah, and also, speaking of devil, we do have Dungeon Shuffle, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, well, that's not Woodfall Temple. That's Woodfall Exterior.
Yeah.
But that's very rare. We don't see Woodfall Way of the Hero very often.
True.
Our runners are basically matching move for move right now, by the way.
Why? Oh, he's trying to rupees.
Grabbing some money just in case. Potential money just in case. Because, yeah, this could be for Pohut. Because Pohut's not necessarily in logic, but you could get there now. That looked like a small gilded on Kita. We'll be back to check that later.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so do we need Ocean Title Deed for whatever's on the ledge? No. Do we need Ocean Title Deed for whatever is on this fella over here? If this is Ice Arrows, I'm going to laugh. No. So that means it's either the Grotto, Pohut, or Pamela.
Ooh. That's not it.
Get your butt to Pohut, I guess.
Yeah, Dark Race is dead. We knew that. Just a piece of heart.
So, Chad asks what checks are disabled in Blitz. Essentially anything that is, I mean, it's also listed in chat there. Oh, not, yeah, Zorlocking magic, that checks. Wait, that wasn't Zorlocked. That's still Woth, don't get me wrong, but that was, that wasn't necessarily Zorlocked. The bean was on the no, it wasn't on Stumpy. It was on what was it? Healing Kome? Yeah, Healing Kome.
That's a good point.
But yeah, magic. That's probably Woth.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh, yeah, because Stumpy was hookshot, which in this context was hard locked by Bean.
Alright, other hints down. I'll go just foolish.
Ooh, that's a great hint. Alright, Icona Fairies can be found in West Clocktown. Which means that's on Rosa Sisters. Road to Southern Swamp we knew about already. Icona Graveyard, that's the one on Kita probably. Goron Village.
Ooh.
So yeah, West Clocktown, we've checked the shops, we've checked the bank, we've done Sword School and Postman, which means, yeah, it has to be Rosa Sisters, which means Camaro Mask is required for Icona Fairies.
Oh, well. I know that.
All right, and with the tools we have now, Section is also going to check the Great Bay Fairies as well, because why not? You have knowledge of 2 fairies, might as well. And with Magic in tow and Lullaby, we can actually also check the Green Fairies. So we can get a lot of fairy knowledge here. Unfortunately, just as I predicted, at least one of those yellow fairies is in a terrible spot because we don't know where Camaro Mask ran off to.
I probably won't.
All right.
All right.
Ooh, that's fun.
Ooh.
Well, Stone Tower Temple and South Clocktown.
Southern Swamp.
All All right, so the South Clocktown Blue Fairy, that is either going to be Clocktown Central Pillar or the Moon's Tier turn, and we did not see Central Pillar. But yeah, Well and Stone Tower Temple are pretty late spots for Blue Fairies. So that's it's not looking good for blue. It's not looking good for blues today.
Yeah, I would not go that far. They do have gift, though. I mean, you're not totally wrong. Bucky getting there's a mask.
Yeah, we have... The only thing is we don't have access to a blue potion right now. We do not have Sniffa. We do not have a wallet. But yeah, I'm trying to think about what the... Oh, there's Clocktown Central Pillar right there. And that looks like a big gilded. That is not the fairy. It's a useless Mask of Truth, though. Okay, so that means it's on the Moon's Tier turn-in.
It's not terrible.
I mean, unfortunately, it means we need another fetch quest item for that, so... So we already are getting our shopping list put together here. We need Camaro Mask, at least Camaro Mask for the yellow fairies, and Moon's Tier for the blues. Ooh, there's our first pink one of the day.
And Baba's nice.
Nope, section about to run out of magic here. Now, this was the 5th bottle.
Yes.
All right, Bucky is going to take this tool set and go to Pirate's Fortress. I love this play. Pirate's Fortress is a really, really good idea right now. You can still get your eggs here, and you could toss the whole place.
Is there on hook time? And there's no reason why you shouldn't.
All right, what is that up there? Purple rupee.
Yeah. What was?
All right, so we have all of our watts. We have West Clocktown, which was Bow. Great Bay Coast, which was Zora Mask, because that locks our way to Icona at this point, because Magic was behind Icona access. Icona Canyon, which was Magic itself, and Woodfall, which we can't check because we do not have Deku.
Interesting.
Although the thing that's still bugging me though is Magic doesn't lock. Or Zora doesn't lock Magic. You could swim directly to the cave without it. Grog is not required, thanks game. Milk Road was the last Foolish. Okay, that's a good hint because we know when he did Horse Race.
Oh, why are you... Oh, it's just for the hand he wants.
Yeah, at this point, we're only missing one priority hint, and that's it. And it could be a good one, like Well Left, because if you learn that Well Left is dead, then Well Right or Mirror Shield Chest is your answer for the Blue Fairy.
Exactly.
Oh, Mirror Shield Chest isn't even enabled. Okay. So yeah, it's only Well Left or Well Right. So yeah, we know Deku Mask is a big deal as well because Woodfall is Woth, so... But yeah, I'm still thinking right now that ice has to be behind Zora Mask. Because the if Zora is Zora also could just be Wath because it locks 3 different fairies. So
yeah, that might be how the game defines it.
yeah, because that is definitely how the game defines it.
Ooh.
The Wath. Ooh, that looks important. I mean, if that's ice, that basically sums it up. Section, what are you doing? This is not anything. Sniffer.
Sniffer.
Okay. I mean, that's your well.
Why are you doing this?
Now that can't. Now what if well is something? It can't be ice arrows because that needs to show up before Icona access. Ooh, Swamp Deed. Okay. We're getting our North package put pretty well together here, too, because we have Gorn, we've got Magic and Fire, we've got Lullaby, we can check the dungeon. Yeah, because with our current equipment, we can actually full clear 2 dungeons right now. We could full clear, well, no, we need Deku technically for ISTT. But yeah, like ISTT and Snowhead Temple, we can do a lot in right now.
That's a killed it.
Well, that would also be even nicer if ice arrows were just hidden behind bees.
Imagine. Alright, moment of truth.
Oh.
Oh,
That's nowhere near as funny. Oh, what's this? Oh, right, fire. We knew that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, now, having said that, Bucky getting fire early, fire hasn't really done us any good because nobody's gone north to use it. Wolfos, get out of the way, please. Thank you.
Almost had a punch to the face for the Wolfos.
Section not buying a cheap heart container either. Section clearly playing Daredevil mode today.
For real. Low percent heart mode.
It should also be noted that Landdeed and Deku technically locks blue fairies as well, because of the one on the Taurus Center roof, but that's not going to be something our runners are going to think about. Alright, last chest over here is the guarded chest, and this is nothing.
Got it.
Halt!
Hold.
Yeet!
Ooh. It's gonna hurt.
Alright, so now we're going to see sewers here. And yeah, believe it or not, all this time we haven't seen staff room.
Still did.
If this is like something major. No, that is very much not, in fact, major.
Mask. That's about it. It's a mask. Yeah, I agree with Axel.
Now, it should be noted, we saw sparkles in Grandma's room, so Grandma is holding on to, at the very least, a green or pink fairy. So, All Knight's Mask is locking a different fairy set. So yeah, our shopping list still continues for things we need to win this game.
That is 100%.
Oh, what was that?
What was that? Yeah. Yeah, take a peek around.
That looked important.
Something is found into barrels for.
Was it Bremen? Because if it is, that's foolish. Camaro. Big. That's actually kind of a big deal.
I mean, our fairy is on Rosa Sisters, so you'll get that. That's one of our fairies.
Yeah, because that's... Yeah, that's it. That's a yellow fairy.
Yeah. We'd have 12.
All right, section is going to give us our north play.
Ooh. If you don't run out of magic first.
Oh, the snowballs will give plenty.
I know what you said. Do you know that?
Yeah. In before we have to do something on, in before we have to buy something for the Goron business, Scrub. Could be a green or a red fairy, green or a pink fairy on that, too. Now, we know Smithy is off the table, so is Darmani because Mountain Village is foolish.
Yeah.
And we have access to the song courtesy of Fire Arrows. By the way, shoutouts to one of the seeds we had last week where both Twin Islands and Mountain Village were both flagged as foolish except for the song. I was like, hey, you think you should do Go On Elder? I have a very sneaking suspicion that you should do Go On Elder and only Go On Elder.
Come on, Bucky, you got this.
Whoops, too far.
No. That redeemed himself.
All right, we do have some items available for purchase in the shrine. And this is also going to set up the Elder. Meanwhile, Crybaby Goron cringing in disgust for some reason. At least that's what it sounds like. That was a perfect jump into the shop, by the way.
Whoa.
I think Section's just demonstrating the hatred for the red potion at this point. Buys the most expensive one.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I say that, but in reality, that red potion has actually saved him already once today, so... This is... beans. No thanks.
Yeah, no, I don't think $100. Don't have a giant ball yet.
So beans are either $30, $80, or $200. Take your pick.
Oh, careful.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure Section just got discombobulated by that camera rotation there.
I tried Section's got this, right? Real pro, let's go. Quote unquote first try.
Oh, there is something in here. It's small. This could be the Icona Fairy. Yep.
Alright.
This could be a yellow or a green or a... Never mind, it's the joke item.
Joke. You love jokes. Oh? There's more. And
well, that's useless. All right, so Goron Village having no major items, just a couple of fairies. Or I think just even one fairy. That Icona Fairy, I think, was the only thing we found. So no green fairies have been spotted yet, so Section's actually going to probably get the green fairy hint now and get some really good information. After getting the song here. Sonata would be nice. New Wave we can do stuff with. Kind of. Healing would be okay. Healing would at least give us a little more something to do. But not much, because Mountain Village is foolish. And Healing Camaro is binned in these settings, because it takes time to set up. Could you imagine? Chat says, "What if there was five fairies in Woodfall Temple?" New wave. Okay, we could do stuff with that, and it could be a different dungeon too. Because right now the dungeons we can do stuff in are we could do stuff in GBT. We can't full clear it though. We can full clear Snowhead Temple, and Inverted Stone Tower Temple. We technically need Deku Mask to clear out. But we have Section does not have light arrows either, which were in the potion shop, which funnily enough, Section being, now the south skipping play might actually start beginning to bite the other section here. Because we might be seeing an early ISTT here from the Great Bay Temple entrance.
Peak is a purple ruby. Now we have Section going into Pirate Fortress.
Yeah, at this point, Section's just going to do the same thing Bucky did. Now, Bucky is going to also finish up the Coast and Cape checks here. We'll see what they decide to do next here. Because I'm very surprised the other section chose not to go into the Snowhead Temple entrance or read the Green Fairy hint. Oh yeah, Bucky only had Garo before this, so... Ooh, I think that was an unintentional... Oh wait, was that a Death Warp that section just did? And simultaneously got caught? I mean, okay, but... Oh, Bucky can do stage lights too because of magic. Section on the first pass through didn't have fire.
Alright.
Nice. So Bucky's going to see the Well, Stone Tower Temple, and South Clocktown hint. It's also a free health and magic refill, too, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Section knows about West Clocktown, too, so is going to get the Camaro Mask here. But yeah, Bucky has this entire place to clear out this time. Because, yeah, Section cringe swimmed over here and didn't have Zora at the time. And back then... And didn't pick up Zora because they did not have a bow on first pass to grab it from Tingle.
Right.
Land Deed. Okay, so I'm starting to think that Zormask isn't Woth for, like, the Icona access. I think it's Woth now for fairies, because that Zormask locks land title deed, which we know is required for a blue fairy.
It's fairies.
And it's also locking a yellow fairy in West Clocktown because of Camaro Mask. So it only needs to lock one more different color of fairy to basically satisfy the Woth requirement. Which it does because Termina Field has a pink fairy in Biobaba Grotto. So that does it. That's all 3 fairy regions for Zora. So yeah, Zora's Woth literally just for just for that. Nice letter to cafe. Maybe stuff on Forg.
Or
Ooh, is Bucky's time of day good for this? I don't think so. I think that skybox is day 3. Yeah, it's day 3. I'm not 100% sure we know what's on Pendant. I know on the mask, it's Don Garo. Casually just clipping through barrels, okay. All right, so Bucky is gonna go north. Yeah, this is a good call. I mean, at this point, there really isn't much else you can do. I think at this point we have to start diving dungeons.
yeah, I didn't move exhausted every.
That was a smooth hookshot jump. Section is just cruising through this pirate's fortress.
For real.
We still don't have that last priority hit now, do we? Yeah, Section's definitely doing great on the execution front, but right now, the lack of light arrows from Potion Shop is starting to become a problem. Because it's very likely that's gonna need to be done. That's gonna need to be used soon. Because yeah, we can now get in and do stuff in 3 dungeons. We can check 2 dungeon entrances in logic, but 3 dungeons we can do stuff in. Alright, so Kome had... We know Kome had a magic bean. So we already know that's been inspected. But we know it's a bean of the hero seed anyway, because Stumpy had hookshot. Did Section never do Postman minigame? I guess not.
No.
Yeah, we know this wasn't anything. So yeah, it's looking like... Well, then why would Coast be hinted? Oh, wait, that's a blue fairy on top of the, on top of Larry's, not Larry, on top of the, Okay, so Deku, we have Swamp Title D, but Deku Mask is locking another blue fairy. So yeah, Deku Mask is turning into a really big deal here, guys. And it can't be in Woodfall Wath, so have fun full clearing the whole game looking for Deku Mask.
Conveniently, yeah. Come on, Gary White.
It's Larry's evil cousin, Gary. Nah. Gary's more of a Pokemon rival, at least in my mind.
Yeah, me too. ₹1,000, it we're rich.
Now, Bucky... I thought Bucky had the... Oh, wait, you can't turn in Swamp Title D because no Deku Mask.
Of course, we get the owl cutscene.
Yeah, Bucky's just assigned to bite the bullet here and get it done. Yeah, Day 3 is actually one of the easier paths.
Here's one of our fairies on Section side.
Yeah, we know this is a yellow fairy. So that's Section's 4th fairy. The one that is missing is Graveyard. So it's either locked by Captain's Hat or Sonata. Either way, we can't get it now.
Yeah, you'd have to go hunting for those. Hmm.
Yeah, and we also know that there is another fairy on Grandma Stories too. We just don't know who it belongs to. It's going to be green or pink.
Like I was saying earlier, it's like you find like 4 of your fairies, and the 5th one is just sometimes in a really bad spot. Yeah, 2 and 3 are dead, I believe, Salty.
Yeah, it's just bank 1. And that was a bow. That was a Wath bow. Because, yeah, we still haven't seen any bows beyond this point either, and everything beyond this point is definitely bow locked. Because anything that's magic locked is also bow locked because it was in Icona. Oh, wait, no. Bow isn't needed to get into that section of Icona. I take that back.
Correct.
But, all right, nothing in Pat's Snowhead Grotto. What was on the ledge? I didn't see. Well, Bucky apparently must have seen it. It must have not been anything major. Ooh, Section is going to get the blue potion here. Thanks, Sniffer.
Woo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Lens is not required, so that pillar is dead. Fair play. But this is also going to give the other section their light arrows. Yeah, luckily Section not getting... thankfully, Section delaying light arrows wasn't as big a deal as we had initially envisioned because they just haven't come into play yet. And Shrine was foolish, so it wasn't like Bucky could get an early advantage out of them anyway.
Potion.
All right, so all 5 green fairies are unknown. They are in Stockpot Inn, probably Grandma.
That's my assumption.
Stone Tower Temple ×2, Deku Palace, and Goron Village. Wait, there's a green in Goron Village? Was that the one on the ledge? Or did I blink and miss it? Yeah, it had to be a green.
Yeah.
So green fairies are locked by Deku Mask too. I mean, they were already locked by Deku Mask, but even still.
Oh no, you fell off the ledge. That's
into the unknown. Sorry, let me try that again. Into the unknown. It's a Frozen 2 joke.
Alright, entrance is Woodfall Temple.
Okay, so we could do plenty in here without Deku. We can do stuff here. Actually, I don't think we need Deku even for the... Okay, that's just straight up not even randomized.
Alright, thanks, game.
Yeah, we can actually do pretty much everything we need to in this dungeon without Deku Mask. What is that?
Is that a quiver?
It probably was a quiver. Which is... I'm pretty sure that's bow locked. Yeah, it's bow locked because the entrance was in the north. So yeah, I think that pretty much all but... Well, I mean, we already knew already, but bow is confirmed Wath for west. Clock down.
Yep. Isn't it interesting? Oh, we get it done. Yeah, turtles against Gorons. Gorons always win. They're not gilded.
Moo. That really isn't going to help us, though.
Oh, yeah, pose. And section side.
This could be Deku Mask.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. I note that we are still fairly weak in the combat department. Our only boost right now is Razor Sword. We don't have Great Fairy Sword. We don't have Big Man. We have very little in the combat department today. Yeah, Marcus makes a good point. Like the Zora Mask squad still kind of doesn't add up because Zora still would have to lock ice arrows because the check for, yes, Zora locks 3 fairy regions. We established that already. But also, you could have picked that up. Zora isn't currently locking our way to Upper Icona in any way. Nice Picto Box. Keaton. All right, that's not going to give us any fairies. In fact, it's foolish because Milk Road is foolish. So Keaton is irrelevant. What is that?
Take a closer peek.
Because the thing about Way of the Hero is that if it's like a store item, then if it can be bought somewhere else, then it won't be 2 stars. And the Wath will only point to 2-star things.
That's just for rupee. Oh, we're doing a bound jump. Let's go.
So we're still running into an issue here where we still don't know why Zora is locking Icona access. Like, if that's the Wath.
Another gilded. Oh my gosh.
Where was... Goron Mask was not Zora locked either, right? No.
No.
Yeah, it was like free in East Clocktown chest. That's a piece of heart in the bubble.
Let's go to that, please. There you go.
That's a red rupee. If Deku isn't swamped, then Zora adds up. True.
That's very true.
Because... yeah, you would need projectile and well, Goron Mask could have worked too. That's the problem. So Goron could have also worked. Pohut wasn't the answer either. Let's see what's in this dungeon, because we're going to see this dungeon as well.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Gilded Sword in Woodfall Temple. Very nice pickup right in time for Oldawa.
Speaking of combat upgrades. Alright. Leap of faith. We got it. Come on. You got this. Think. Beautiful.
All right, there's the land title deed for the fairy on the roof chest again. We didn't turn that in, did we? The land deed. I don't think we have.
I don't think we have.
Yep, Gilded Sword doing Bucky some favors there, taking out Oldawa nice and quickly.
Nice. That's Purple Rupee.
Purple Ruby and a heart piece, and it forces springtime too, so this is going to actually give us a couple of checks and hints. Deku Playground, yeah, given how late Goron Mask or Deku Mask is, that should be expected.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe all post-dungeon checks are dead. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just but also it's a hint. The hint is still valid. We are going to see the letter to cafe turn in here from the other section. Bucky got letter to cafe too late, so could not do this. And this, I think we established, was nothing major. Yep, definitely nothing major. Where was letter to cafe again? It was someplace somewhat silly, if I recall correctly. Yeah, it was on Evan.
Evan.
Oh, wait a minute. This actually... there could be ice arrows on a frog right now. Because that's Zora locked, right? So... Okay, the chest is just a blue rupee. Honestly, Don Garo fits pretty well on Cafe. Don't know how he's supposed to be able to see through that, though.
Fair. Oh, you didn't see this one. There's our fairy.
Yeah, literally can't see because the paws are over his eyes. So yeah, with Evan being Zora locked, if ice arrows are behind a frog, then that would also make sense for Zora mask locking Icona access. We didn't find any major items in Woodfall Temple either, so...
Great Bay. Wherever Great Bay is, maybe? Let's see.
Yeah, let's see where this was from the Mountain Village Foolish Accept Song New Wave. And this is going to take us to Snowhead Temple. We can full clear this dungeon, so section's going to be pretty busy in here.
Very busy.
Which is funny because three stray fairies are currently in Stone Tower Temple, not Snowhead Temple. But...
What?
Okay, what is this? Another bomb bag. Okay.
This dungeon always trips me up.
All right, so Bucky has reset cycle here and is going to turn in Rosa Sisters and the letter to Cafe for Don Garo. Ooh, that was a very quick peek, but that was not a gilded chest hidden behind the blocks. Yeah, I'm very suspicious right now of ice arrows being either in this dungeon or being behind Don Garo. Because, I mean, granted, ice arrows by themselves at this particular stage won't do us that much good because we haven't even found Great Bay Temple. And we can't even logically get to another dungeon. Because, yeah, funnily enough, despite everything, we have not seen Captain's Hat or Mirror Shield. So there's two songs we cannot get.
Oh, another gilded chest.
Couples.
And... Ooh.
I mean, okay, that could still do it. There's time to turn that in. But a cycle reset could also fix a cycle reset, or a double time can fix that.
And now he's busy with clearing out Snowhead.
We have, by the way, I forgot, we should have said this. We are long past the happy 1 hour mark, folks. You are joining us. Go on.
That's a happy 1 hour 13 minutes, everybody.
Yeah. If you are just joining us here on this Thursday evening, you are joining us for the Majora's Mask Randomizer Blitz Tournament Season 2. And we have a lower brackets round 4 race between the other section and Bucky. And it's a good one so far. We've got quite a brain teaser of a seed with some ice arrow logic at the moment. On comms, I'm here with Ganondorf, and I'm Captain MD13. And in our tracker cage tonight, we have Palm and Hello Katie. And we have Skygoro being our wonderful restreamer today.
Here's Zaku.
Oh
Zaku's so
boy.
bad.
That's a big deal. That
Oh.
breaks the seed wide open for the other section. The whole game is basically open now.
Whoa. Action go.
So Zora now locks Deku as well, so that's so yeah, that's definitely and oh, does that mean Icona accessed Big Man? Somehow it was still Big Man before Remains. Woodfall probably has the ice arrows. Yeah, Woodfall ice arrow Wath actually is basically locked into at this point. Because, yeah, it's highly unlikely that Captain's Hat or Mirror Shield would be the Wath here. Because I don't think any of those songs can lock 3 fairies right now. Because we can already get into Stone Tower Temple without... we already started with Elegy, so we can already get into Stone Tower Temple without a song item.
Chat makes me laugh.
Then they're doing their job.
Yes.
But yeah, this is a big break for the other section here. So in fact, the Mountain Village Foolish except for the song New Wave was the answer.
Oh. I feel really better at Bucky right now.
Yeah, we've had access to that for quite some time too. Like Fire was like Sphere 1 or 2. Fire was very early. Goron was early. So North access wasn't too out of the way. Oh, nice wallet. On a frog. Okay. Ooh, there's the big chest. That's probably ice. We're also going to see where our remaining Woodfall fairies are, so we're finally going to get to see what our steps here are for finishing up. All right, looks like it's fairies first here.
Yep.
Bucky is literally about to walk right into Sakon during the final night, what's it's called? The end of the Anduin Cafe sequence. I didn't even realize that was how timed that was. Stockpot Inn. Grandma has 2 fairies. Deku
no.
Palace.
Okay, we can get there.
And Woodfall Temple, which was that vanilla one. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Because Bucky already did Woodfall Temple. Wait, did Bucky or Section do Woodfall Temple? It was Bucky that did Woodfall Temple.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Grandma Story, the other Grandma Story, Deku Palace, and Stone Tower Temple.
Yeah, it's Fire Woodfall Fairy. One of them. Oh, there's ice arrows.
There's your ice. So yeah, Zora locks ice because it locks New Wave, which locks Deku, which locks Woodfall.
And we completed that one. The section's in a
so that I think. Let me think this through for a minute. We can't get the last Icona Fairy because we need... Well, we could potentially get Sonata now if it's vanilla. If Sonata is vanilla, then we could get the yellow fairies. Potentially, if Kita's chest is the last fairy. And it's also looking like Stone Tower Temple is vanilla too, because it's locking 3 fairies. Because there's 2 greens, a blue, and a pink in Stone Tower Temple. So you're visiting Stone Tower Temple whether you like it or not this seed.
Yeah. I mean, that's only Stone Tower Temple.
Now, it could be that Zora is also Woth for, on top of that, for Deku, and the Deku song is Sonata for Stone Tower Temple. It could be that as well.
True.
But yeah, let me think this through for a second here. So yeah, if, like I said, if Sonata is vanilla, then we can get the yellow fairies. If Sonata is locking Stone Tower Temple and it is not vanilla, we are hunting for Captain's Hat or Mirror Shield.
Oh.
Because then, if that is the case, then because there are 3 fairies behind Stone Tower Temple, so you need a if Sonata is not vanilla, then you need Captain's Hat or Mirror whether you like it or not. 2 fairies are locked by All Knight's Mask, so if you want to get the pinks or the greens, you need All Knight's Mask. Nice keg on the post box. That's not going to do us any good. Blue fairies. I think blue you're able to do, again, if Sonata is vanilla. Blue, you're relying on vanilla Sonata. Right now, we're relying very heavily on vanilla Sonata. So yeah, Section's going to get the pink fairy here. Probably go to Deku Palace right after. Keaton had another bow, by the way. That's our 3rd quiver. Where was Keaton again? It was in... Wait. Yeah, I guess that's a kind of foolish bow. That's weird.
Yeah.
But it also wasn't the first logical bow anyway, so... Because that was behind bow anyway, so that's why it's foolish. Yeah, if that was like a Sphere 0 Keaton mask to a bow, or like a... No, if like that was the first logical bow, that would be a foolish bow, and which will never be the case. I don't think foolish bow is like foolish first bow is even remotely a thing. Foolish bomb bags are very much a thing. I've seen that. All right, so the other section might be going for the Path to Snowhead pillar, setting up the Scarecrow here, despite lens being flagged as not required. We're also going to see what Larry has, which we haven't gotten a chance to see yet because late wallet and nobody set it up earlier. Yeah, I'm curious to why the other section is doing this. What is that anyway? All Knight's Mask.
It's 2 fairies.
That...
Oh?
That's a logical conundrum. Because... unless the logic expects you to do that without lens, that's locking 2 fairies. Well, yeah, not required doesn't necessarily mean foolish, but then... Yeah, I guess you could just do Great Bay and Icona fairies. But that would be very out of the way. So yeah, it's not a foolish All Knights, but... Wow, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Because that's a green and a pink. You're still Stone Tower Temple locked out of both of those fairies. I think right now, if you're Section, you get both stories and you rush Deku Palace, because that settles this. That tells you your next goal. You are either gonna get Sonata, and it's gonna carry you to... Well, you are either gonna get Sonata, vanilla, And then you could check that entrance. And if that's Stone Tower Temple, you're golden. Or it's going to be Healing or Storms. You're going to rush Icona and check that entrance to see if that is Stone Tower Temple. Wait, huh?
Oh, I have one fairy?
The second fairy wasn't a... The second thing wasn't a fairy. Oh, okay. Okay, I know what this problem is here. Grog is the not required room key, but the other fairy, the Snowhead fairy, is behind room key. So, luckily, we have Bremen Mask already. So yeah, this is definitely an example of not required, definitely being not required in big fat quotation marks, because because both of these were early, right? Because Bremen's was in, well, no, Bremen was a little late, but Bombers was right out the gate for Lens. Grog, you needed to go to Pirate's Fortress, I think, is where Bremen's ran off to. It was either there or Snowhead Temple. Point being, it was late. Also lemons.
Oh. Oh my gosh. I don't miss this at all.
So yeah, this will give us room key. This will give us another the green fairy. And then you go to Deku Palace. There's another pink and a green fairy both there. You have the title deed for the green fairy on the ledge. And then you need, one way or another, you still need to find Stone Tower Temple. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, you go to Deku Palace, you clear that out, you get the 2 fairies, and you get the song. If it's Vanilla Sonata, you're in go mode regardless. If it is not Sonata, you go check the Stone Tower Temple entrance, and if that is Stone Tower Temple, you're golden. It also could just be that you don't even need it could just be an uninverted, you know? Because you only need 1 pink fairy and either 2 green fairies or 1 blue fairy. And it's possible those can both just be an uninverted. Which you can easily full clear with light arrows. By the way, thanks to Skygora for rolling this, because this is a logical not a logical nightmare, but this is definitely a brain teaser.
Same.
So yeah, like I said, either we find Stone Tower Temple and we're golden, or there's just 2 fairies, enough fairies in uninverted and we're golden. Or this entrance is ISTT and we're also golden. And then you get your Deku Palace fairies and you're done, basically.
I sure and the he's on the platform.
Yeah, because the last yellow fairy is still behind Sonata on Kita, or it could just be something else on that chest. It could be like a Mountain Title Deed or something stupid like that. Could be. Small Gilda doesn't really mean much in this day and age. All right, so ISTT is Great Bay Temple. You skedaddle. Yep, you do not come here. There is nothing for you.
Oh, no.
Goodbye. So let's see what section decides to do here. Is there going to be a flip over? Yeah, it's going to be a flip. So we're going to see uninverted Stone Tower Temple now. And this could, if we see a pink and a blue fairy here, we're golden. Or 2 greens. Now, if we find a pink or a blue and 1 green, I'm going to laugh because that's utterly rude. Bucky, however, is going to go check Deku Palace right away here. No, that's not one of them. All right, so we're going to have a check here behind the compass chest. That looks promising. That's a green.
One.
That's a gilded chest. Bucky, you have half a heart left.
Better be careful. A little bit.
All right. That looks like a big gilded. Double defense. I mean, we're not going to say no to that.
Yeah.
Lol, both the Deku Palace fairies are on Bean Daddy, and Bucky just death warped on purpose. Nicely done.
Woo. Oh, we're in so close.
Okay, that's really convenient that both fairies are just chilling on Bean Daddy.
Wow.
Yeah. Thankfully, falling here is no big deal because you can shoot a sun switch and spawn a ladder. Alright, so we are still missing. We have not satisfied either of our fairy requirements from Stone Tower Temple yet. Yeah, like this will either be really good or really bad for the other section here. Now let's see what the monkey has for us. If this is Sonata, this could be pretty interesting. If it's something else, then we might be hunting for things. It is Song of Storms.
Well.
So
we don't want.
So Woodfall Temple entrance is locked by either Captain's Hat or Mirror Shield. Well, that looks like another fairy. Moon's Tear. That's a Great Bay Fairy. Because there's a Moon's Tear. The Moon's Tear turn-in leads to a Great Bay Fairy. But blue fairies require you to go to well if you want to commit to that. If you want to commit to blues.
Interesting.
All right, there's 2 checks down here. Yeah, because I totally forgot about Moon's Tear. Blues are still locked by Moon's Tear. Oh, that's another fairy. That's Woodfall. That's really good. If we see either a blue or a green here, that's it. That's too big of a gilded check. What? Section, why are you soaring?
Section, no.
I swear if that's Captain's Hat or Mirror Shield. Oh, yeah, because... Yeah. I think they just realized that that was a mistake. I mean, we know that's a mistake because we know that Sonata's not vanilla, to be fair. We know that,
Yeah,
but Section doesn't really know that yet.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, he's got to take another pass here.
Hoping I have magic to do it.
So yeah, Bucky now knows the remaining 2 Woodfall fairies for him. So yeah, this is smart. Yeah, just check this anyway. Bottle percent.
Bottle percent. Let's go.
All right.
I'm glad he missed that.
Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch. So yeah, Bucky's going to do the same thing here. All right, so Section's going to flip the temple and check the... Wait, is Section going into GBT? Looking for Captain's Hat or Mirror Shield, potentially? Looks like it. Because, yeah, it's a full clearable dungeon, but you just won't find any fairies in here. So this is a guess on the other section's part right here. Because, to be fair, it looks like we are down hunting for Sonata. It's now been confirmed. So, because ISTT, I think, locks at least a green and a blue fairy. Whoops. So yeah, we need Captain's Hat or Mirror Shield. We are looking for a song item.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, this is... At this point, you know what? Can we have a... actually, should we place a bet for where either or is? Because the problem is it's one or the other. Because Captain's Hat might just lead to... Captain's Hat might just lead to Song of Healing. Which would be hilarious if that led to Mirror Shield, but also, what the heck? The big goal was not required, Morevo. It was a bottle. Oh, we never checked IST. We never checked Inverted Stone Tower. We had the bottle and the bean that whole time, right?
Yes, I believe so, yes.
I don't even know what's down there. Great Fairy Mask, give us a hand. Mountain Title Deed. Okay. No, put it back.
Put it back. Now. Put that notebook back. What's this?
Extended magic. We're getting literally everything that isn't what we need.
Rip.
So Section's going to invert here because, yeah, Section should not be time locked out of anything except Graveyard. And it's currently Final Night. So Section's locked out of Graveyard. So I think you Song of Time here. Because you're now in a casino for either Captain's Hat or Mirror Shield, right? So Section's going to turn in the Moon's Tier here for the Blue Fairy. Eventually. Might turn in the Mountain Title Deed, too. Because the Mountain Title Deed's perfectly in play. Oh, he's going to get his Deku Palace stuff before Song of Timing. So this is going to be both the pink and green fairies here. And not Healing Storms. And maybe he still wants to commit to the rest of that Great Bay Temple dive. In case this is, if this is not Sonata. Because then, yeah, if you get Captain's Hat, you can just Song of Time. Ooh, yeah, this... Buckle up, chat. The end of this seat could get very interesting here.
Thurston's gonna find out. It's actually not.
Did Section just frame perfect pull out the ocarina or something? That was weird.
Yeah. Wait, why is Tristiti marked?
Because Section found it in Snowhead Temple.
Oh, sure.
It was behind the ice wall. The invisible ice wall in the Eno room. Okay, now Section's just flexing on Deku soldiers. Oh, that's a wooden chest. I was about to say, I don't think Section checked that chest, now that I think about it. But it was a brown chest. So yeah, is going to get both of the fairies here. And probably a bean for ISTT. Maybe more beans for the well. This actually is the place to do it, except you're out of money. So yeah, Section did get both fairies. So yeah, it's going to turn in the Moon's Tier. This will get the blue fairy. Because yeah, at this point, it's literally pick your poison, right? You're either gonna need to go to the well for the blues, or well, either way, you need a song. So honestly, given what we know, actually, I think Section didn't even need to bother getting the blues. Because either way, you're locked out until you find ISTT. So yeah, this is the last green. This is the green fairy. So the last two that Section is missing are from the Ledge in Goron Village. And there's one more in Stone Tower Temple. The last Stone Tower Temple fairy is somewhere in Icona Graveyard, which we are very expecting that to be on Captain Kita, which either way is also locked by Sonata of Awakening.
This just got really interesting.
Yeah, so this seed has unfortunately kind of come to a screeching halt here. After it was looking like Section might have been able to route very well around this, but yeah, it's looking like we're going to hit a bottleneck here, folks. Looking for an unhinted, at this stage, Sonata of Awakening. And then again, it could have... There's Mirror Shield behind the STD turn-in.
Unhinted.
Yeah, unhinted, by the way. Now, It'll be even funnier if Egos has healing and Pamela has Captain's Hat. Can you imagine?
Oh. Pamela.
But yeah, no, Section very wisely just rushing this. Because otherwise, you know, pretty much not much else you can do beyond this point. All right, let's see if Egos is healing or Sonata. If it is Sonata, it is game over. If it is healing, we laugh. We are going to see the inverted... Say again?
I have my last ready.
Fair. We're going to see Inverted Stone Tower here, courtesy of Song of Storms. Who needs water? Oh, there's something up here. Big gilded chest. Great fairy sword. I mean, it's nice, but... Well, it's actually nice for Bucky. Because he is not currently rocking FD. All right. Moment of truth here. Egos is Sonata of Awakening. This seed is over.
Woo.
So yeah, Section's going to get the last pink and green fairy in ISTT, and that will allow us to wrap up for the day.
Woo.
So yeah, this, I would just like to point out to the audience, that seed was just one different song away from being a complete and utter train wreck.
Same. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I know y'all wanted a train wreck.
Did Section get the... Oh yeah, Section must have 15 fairies. Yeah.
There's one.
Yeah, because Section got the last Woodfall fairy after in Stone Tower Temple. And now is going to... for a minute, I thought Section was warping somewhere else, but no, is going to warp here to enter Woodfall Temple, get the last fairy, and still has good time of day here, too, because this is actually going to play out very, very well for the other section. Remind me again, where was Swamp Title Deed? Was that in Pirate's Fortress?
I believe it was.
Because it feels like that was somewhat hidden. Whoops. Imagine if it's on Twin Mold. Imagine if the last green fairy is on Twin Mold.
Are you insane? It's not technically impossible. Oh,
Well, it's not here. I mean, you have time to... You're inverted now, so you have time to check the entire dungeon. And check Twin Mold if you have to. But then also, you need to run back to the Snowhead Fairy, which is thankfully not too terribly far away, but...
Still. What's up there? Nothing.
Not this time. If it's behind the fire arrow chest, that'll be funny. That'll be a comedy option. Not here either. We're literally just looking for one green fairy. Like, we know it's in here somewhere. Whoops. Well, it won't be
Oops.
down there.
That's for sure. Thank you.
Oh, that fella gave us a hand. Too bad. Too bad it wasn't for the green fairy. Unless it's behind the fire arrow chest. No, it's not here. Well, this ISTT is garbage. All the bait was in uninverted. No, he's pulling out the FD. Yeah, he's gonna fight Twin Mold. If this is the blue fairy, I'm gonna laugh. Because yeah, I think the blue fairy is still MIA here. Ooh, very quick kill on that first Twin Mold head.
Wow, clutching it out.
Beautiful shot. Imagine if the green and the blue fairy are both here. It's neither. Where is our last fairy?
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Oh, wait a minute. How much do you want to bet Section did this just to get access to Deku Princess? Even if it didn't have the fairies. Yeah, Section's totally grabbing Deku Princess. Because why not at this point? Trash Blitz seed, and yet somehow you still found time for Deku Princess to the moon. Oh, we found the gilded bomb shoes. They were on Wart. So where... Oh, the fairy's got to be, like, behind the Wizrobe at this point, doesn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it's either Death Armos or Wizrobe. It could be Death Armos and Wizrobe. That's a chest. That's small. It's the last green. That's it. Section's in go mode.
Woo.
Yeah, what a way for this one to wind down, folks.
Wow. Amazing.
Oh, there was more stuff in Great Bay Temple, too. There's another big gilded chest. This could be Captain's Hat.
If it is, then it's like, whatever.
It is!
Oh, no.
Oh, that is so rude. That's not even the right song item, and it's so deep in the temple.
It's like, oh no.
Now, it is night 1, so Bucky could literally just drop everything and still make it into the grave. I think. Might have to invert, actually.
Yeah, we're off to the moon for section.
With 3 hours in-game time to spare.
Woo.
Yeah, if the song placements had flipped here, Bucky would have had a big lead. But in this case, Section chose correctly, got Mirror Shield, and is going to be going to the moon. With the Deku Princess.
Woo. That's a fantastic cutscene.
Majora, please. So yeah, like Bucky, at the rate this bubble is making it, Bucky's not even going to get healing in time before Section finishes. Bucky's just like, let me out. All right, now Section's just got to deal with Wrath. Has double defense, courtesy of lucky pickup in earlier on. Where was double defense? It was someplace nice in a big chest.
A couple more hits.
Oh, how kind of you to present yourself to us, Majora. That is going to do it. The other section takes this race with an official race time GG time of 1:57.51, and that is going to do it.
Woo.
And we are going to have both runners. I believe we're going to have both runners. Yeah, both runners will be joining us for an interview.
Sweet.
And we are joined by Bucky in the other section. GG's to the both of you.
GG's.
So, between the two of you, this was a very close race. It came down to which of you got the right song item.
Yeah, where was that mirror shield?
It was in, sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
Pirate's Fortress, lower chest. The Swamp Title Deed.
Yeah, it was the Swamp Title Deed turn in.
Okay. Yeah, nope, I wasn't gonna get that anytime soon.
Yeah, so it was behind Deku Mask. So, which also, because ice arrows were in Woodfall, because of the Woodfall Wath, Zora locked ice, and therefore that was White Coast was Wath for Zora.
Yeah, I realized that kind of right as soon as I saw Zora on that. I went up and got the Magic Wath over in Icona before I even got Zora, and I'm like, there's a really high chance that Woodfall has ice arrows and Deku is behind Zora.
So
And
there
it
was
ended up being that way.
there was also a conundrum with the hints. Bucky, I don't think you had actually picked up on this in time. Believe it or not, despite Bombers and Grog both being hinted not required, they led to fairies. Because Lens would get you All Night's Mask on Pat to Snowhead Pillar, which locked a pink fairy on Grandma Story. Grog would get you Room Key, which locked one of the green fairies in the Room Key chest.
I thought about peeking the pillar, but I'm like, nah, that's foolish. This should be fine, right? Nope.
Yeah, so there was a not required conundrum in the hints today.
Yeah, that's the only one thing is I wish there was a sometimes required specifically for fairies in these settings.
Yeah, I think there's been a noticeable petition for that this time around. Certainly this seed definitely made that a bit of a headache. But between the two of you, Bucky, you were actually like the first to light arrows because you had done south much earlier. Section, you kind of held off for a bit. Now, luckily, light arrows didn't end up coming into play until way later. But yeah, Section, you were noticeably later to light arrows rather.
Yeah, no, with Shrine Foolish, like if that Shrine wasn't foolish, and because lights by the time I went to Icona and then got the magic there, I just gone straight into Shrine, but it was foolish, so there was no point. What was the third foolish? I didn't get that. Never got that.
Milk Road.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're both in range.
Okay, that's why I didn't get it. Never went range.
And the last always hint was Deku Playground had nothing, which would made sense considering how late Deku was to the party here.
I did get that hint. I was only missing the one foolish, which isn't bad when you don't go ranch.
I think I only had 4 always hints.
Yeah. Dead except for those fairy things. But, what else? I was trying to think something. How about all those early bottles?
Yeah. So the first 2 you found were both out of logic because they were on Straw Roof and Tingle. And then you found the bottle in, and then you found, I think you both found the red potion bottle, which Section you ended up drinking immediately.
I think that's the first time I've ever sold a red potion before doing Komang.
Yeah, I saw that. And then Section...
I really wanted Bank 1 for kind of obvious reasons.
I think Section drank the red potion before doing Labfish, then got another red potion in Punch Rock Grotto and drank that immediately because almost took a KO to Bomb Choose in Road to Icona. At first we thought you had some kind of hatred towards red potions, but turns out it was actually a necessity. We take it back. And then you end up buying the 80 rupee one in Goron Shrine, so...
Goron Hall, yeah. Or Goron,
it was
Goron Shrine.
It was Goron Shrine,
Goron Shrine, yeah. Kind of sucks with all the bottles open. It just ended up being a south play. I ended up being out of logic and just hammering every item, getting the cannon wath without seeing it. And, you know, I was getting Bossa Nova. I was like, I got 2 dungeons to enter. I can totally go out of logic. But, like, something tells me I should probably stay in logic, especially with how, like, Great Bay Fairies are just out of logic, or out of access because I need a Moons tier. And, you know, potentially a wallet or a sense at the time for the left side well. Canyon Fairies was locked by Captain's Hat. I can easily get screwed by that. I don't have Deku, and Deku most likely locks away the hook shot. In the end, it ended up being the bean, which then just was like near last location. So I just did everything out of logic into in logic. then started pushing.
Yeah, I figured I got that hook pretty quick because I immediately did it after getting the bean.
Well, what's funny is that, Bucky, you used the bean, the other section just bomb jumped.
That's fair.
Who got it
Literally
first?
at the same time, I might add.
Oh, we did it at the same time? One was
Yeah.
in logic, one wasn't? Damn.
Yeah, you both had gotten hook shot around the same time. Other than that, yeah, your routes were both... You both were kind of playing follow the leader a bit during the... not Woodfall Temple. It was Pirate's Fortress. You two were kind of... No, even then, that wasn't... it was earlier
You
than
went to
that.
Pirate's Fortress?
Yeah, I went pretty much.
You didn't do interior?
immediately. No, I did all of it.
Oh, so you just never turned in the deed. Yeah, I understand, because it's just a one-off, and it leads to... There's a Snowhead Ferry. You have no need for it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then I feel like I lost the 50-50 because I'm like, all right, so I have a non-foolish song and a potential Wath song. With New Wave and Lullaby, and I went with clearing Woodfall and got so many big items. The only thing that I think was remotely useful was a potential wallet, and I think a sword maybe, and one fairy.
Yeah, Woodfall Temple had Gilded Sword at the very least, and the vanilla pot fairy.
Yeah, it was just.
Yeah, so Section, you ended up not seeing this, but Captain's Hat was deep into Great Bay Temple.
Mm-hmm. I didn't have much checks left. The only checks I had left was Deeper GBT, all the Woodfall Temple besides the Pot Fairy, and then one check in Well. So I'm pretty sure even if I lost the 50-50 and it ended up being healing, I probably would have just done Deep GBT instead of trying to cope with the Mirror Shield. Because I know that Mirror Shield location is in an awful spot anyways.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah, neither of you put off bank 1 for your Sphere 0 bow. We appreciate that.
Say Sphere
It's
0
Hawkbound
Wath. Yeah, there's Wath and there's nothing else really there other than a bottle, which was couldn't have been Wath because there's plenty of other. There's at least one other bottle available.
By the time I check shops, I've already picked up a logical bottle, I believe.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, as far as going forward here, unfortunately, Bucky, you have met with a terrible fate and you are knocked out. Section, you will be going on to face Taciturn, who was just knocked into lower brackets by the real reliable last round. So that is your next matchup. And I think we have more on the schedule for later this week.
I believe we have one Saturday, I believe.
Yeah, we do have a match tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern. That will be Katie Bean versus Blaze. And I will be commenting that, and so will Muervo. So that will be exciting.
That'll be a fun race.
Oh, yes.
Alright, it's been really fun, everybody. It's been really great to be back and watch all of these races. We do have stuff coming up for you on the schedule, so there's still more MMR to come your way. After that, I think we are going to raid off back into Marine Mammal Rescue. And yeah, that'll be it. We'll see you guys tomorrow if you can make it. If you can't, be sure to check out the VODs. They are posted on the ZSR Twitch channel as well as the YouTube channel eventually. So do look into that. Oh, we're going to go see Revan? Okay. I don't know that I can just stop the raid.
You should be able to stop it, yeah. Should be a cancel button. Oh, wait, no, because never mind. Sorry, restreamer kerfuffles. My bad.
Yep. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to refund that because, yeah. Make sure to, like, just redeem those earlier in stream. I do apologize, but we will get you your money back. I wish I had more, like, authority to just cancel that, but I do not. But we're gonna go over to Marine Mammal Rescue. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We'll see you soon. GG's to both runners, and good luck to everybody else in the future MMR tournaments. Bye-bye, everyone.